our sector now.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
And here we go. Welcome to Game 4 of Starcross Cup 5 Finals. Dave versus Talisman. Right now, Talisman is up one game over Dave. It's 2-1. And Talisman has 753 points in the bank, which means that Classy Dave needs to aim for 425-ish VP victory. If he falls below 400 VPs, he will lose faction selection should he manage to win this game. And even that may not be easy because Talisman came out swinging hard in Game 3. He just stomped Dave into the ground, partially due to some weird build order decisions from Dave, and partially due to just excellent map control from Talisman in the early game, tossing incendiary grenades left and right, forcing riflemen to retreat. Dave just couldn't get his fuel game going and produce no light vehicle. And when you have no light vehicle as U.S. forces, and your infantry can't stack up against STGs, and when your AT guns are walking into stern pyos, it all just falls apart. Couldn't stop the Panzer IV, and Game 3 just was over before it even began, it seemed. So, Dave has a lot of pressure on him to perform this game, going with 3 Volksgrenadier openings, spreading out, and taking similarly good map control to Talisman. In Game 1, he's looking like he's going to have both fuel points under his control. He's got Volksgrenadiers in green cover on the northeast fuel point, and stern pyos with Volksgrenadier support on the southwest fuel point. Talisman with his 4 conscript opening. There's the 4th squad right there, sending most of his squads south, it looks like, and only doing light harassment north. Although that squad should be able to win against Volksgrenadiers, I think. There is a 2nd squad on its way to support, and Dave will go with a 4th Volksgrenadier squad this game. He only went with 3 in Game 2. He's going to go with a more infantry-heavy build. So 4 Volks versus 4 Cons. Very infantry-based styles for both of these players.
Is in action, standing by for setting of command post.
Pretty strong opening for Dave, getting a good cutoff going. Yeah, that fuel is just pouring in, 32 fuel. Only 20 for Talisman. Wonder if he will utilize incendiary grenades as extensively as Talisman did to secure an early advantage. Of course, he needs his truck to go down. A little late on building the truck. Wonder if he might go looks. Nope, no looks. Okay, not gonna do anything crazy. Just going battle group. Stern pyos available to support means that Dave will win the south engagement here. Maybe inflict a little bleed. Yep, gets a little bleed. The grenade doesn't need the truck? Oh, I didn't know that. It looked like it was grayed out. I thought maybe he just didn't have the munitions. Alright.
Ready weapons. Command half-track has been permanently established as a static post. Look right at you, look right.
Can't tell who's gonna win this. I guess the Fox Grenadiers will, even in red cover. Red cover is the way against flamethrowers.
Target captured. No enemy contact.
Should be able to get that fuel capped. Conscripts won't be able to do enough damage to coerce him out of that green cover, and he's got great map control here in the southwest as well. Over Commando West looking really strong on this map. At least in the early game, both players having lots of success. Within the first 6 or 7 minutes for map control, just with a 4 Fox Grenadier opening thanks to incendiary grenades. I think incendiary grenades help quite a bit. Dave will not choose to throw one, however, saving his munitions for something else. Cost him that engagement. It's too late to support with his 3rd squad. Black half-track is about to complete, and healing after that. Needs to be more careful with his flak half-track this time. That will probably be what decides this tournament, honestly. Or at least this game. I mean, if he wins, if he keeps it alive, but if he loses it, that could decide the tournament. If this unit dies within the next 10 minutes, I think Dave's chances die with it. So he really needs to put mines down. He really needs to support with the Rakettenwerfer. We'll see what happens. We've got tier 2 up for Talisman, and he's actually gotten a Maxim for himself. And Dave is just driving straight to the cutoff. No hesitation there. Wants to get that Maxim back into the base. Meanwhile, what happened? What happened there? The building just exploded. Is there a demo or something? Yes, there was a demo. All right, I think Dave saw it though. He didn't lose any squads. So nice pickup for Dave, cleaning up that demo charge. Might even do a little damage to these guys on the retreat. No, he won't. Would rather force these guys to retreat. There they go. A T-gun coming for Talisman, who doesn't want to go with a T-70 instead. Interesting choice. This, of course, is a perfectly good counter to a flak half-track. In a way, forcing your opponent to go AT gun instead of getting a T-70 is a little bit of a win. A little bit early for an AT gun. Talisman's map control is not good enough to go T-70, so Dave pulling a little bit ahead, I think, in that regard.
Supply sector. Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Rakettenwerfer is available to support the flak half-track this time. That's good. Unfortunately, all of Talisman's forces are in the north, not the south. And it looks like Dave will not be able to hold the line. Ooh, forced to retreat right there. I'm not sure that he necessarily was going to lose that engagement. He had dodged the grenade. Heard a mine. Heard a mine go off. It was a shoe mine. Maxim hit a shoe mine. But they will be able to take the fuel point. Fox Grenadiers trying to pressure the cutoff. Have taken heavy damage, but it looks like they should be able to wipe the point. Here an AT gun firing at the flak half-track. Oh no! He'll be alright. He'll be alright. He utilizes the somewhat expensive barrage to force another retreat. Try and get some fuel under his control. He is taking a northeast fuel point with the Maxim, southwest fuel point with conscripts. Trying to turn the fuel game back around. Dave already has 147 fuel in the bank. He could be getting his tier 4 up whenever he pleased. Volksgrenadier is going to flank the Maxim. And Dave will get that fuel point back under his control easily. Black half-track working on some conscripts in the south. Has a pretty good feeling that there's no AT nearby, so he feels he can delay repairs for a little bit. And he is correct. The only AT gun is still way up here in the north, and tier 3 just completed in Talisman's base. And he's got fuel. He could go with a tier 3 unit. Might skip though. He might skip and just go straight to tier 4. T70 at this point would be a little late.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Conscripts will overwhelm the Volksgrenadiers here, I think. Really no way Dave can win this engagement. Unless a third squad shows up to support with SCGs. Maxim is on its way. There are still 2 flamethrowers hovering nearby. I think Talisman has the upper hand. There's just too much of Talisman stuff up here for Dave to hold on to this fuel point. That's a lot of enemy squads. Full retreat forced. Talisman going super hard for the east fuel point, giving up pretty much entirely on the southwest for now. Truck out for Dave. Probably going to be looking at tier 4, and good to see some mines going down. When you secure map control, and when your opponent completely ignores large sections of the map, that's a perfect opportunity for you to put some mines, even in aggressive locations. Dave's putting them in some defensive locations. I think I just see one. Is that just the only mine? Surely there must be at least a second mine. Alright, that's the mine. That's gonna be the game changer right there. There's repairs on the flak half track. That'll be back on the field in no time. Talisman is rotating toward the southwest. We see MG34 in this house, working those conscripts. We see MG34 right here, actually being flanked by a Maxim, which is being counter-flanked by a Volksgrenadier squad. So that'll be forced to retreat momentarily. Dave's attempts for the north, not succeeding just yet. Hopefully with Black half-track support, have a little bit more success up here. AT guns nearby. Trying to shoot through this house, but that's a somewhat unreliable proposition. Volksgrenadiers flanking. That AT gun is in very real danger.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Very real danger. I don't think Dave will be able to kill it, but takes quite a bit of damage there. Tier 4 is up. He has skipped all tier 3 units. Just trying to get to a T-34, I suppose, or an Su-85 or something like that. Clears the gun. Won't be able to salvage, though. Not that close to the base. Ooh, shouldn't have recruited until Dave retreated, though. That was expensive. That was a very costly recrewing attempt. Black half-track is available to support as well, and Dave is just laying the smackdown on Talisman right now. He is practically base-locked. You'll permit me to use a wrestling metaphor. I don't even watch wrestling. The Black half-track is doing its job. It's only got 4 kills, but it's alive. And it's suppressing and forcing retreats. So it's not really bleeding manpower, but it's definitely helping in map control game. Having a light vehicle makes all the difference. It really does.
The command vehicle has gone static. HQ operations now underway.
What are these weird tier 4 placements that Dave does? He's just like puts it in the most strange... To be fair, it actually does kind of protect this sort of area, I guess. Like, squads could walk right here. Maybe that's actually not a bad placement. Maybe even putting it like a little more like right there would actually maybe be kind of good, but... Why would you not put it here? Everybody puts it here, and they do that for a reason. Protect your fuel. Munitions. Guess he just doesn't feel he could stop his opponent from destroying it with long-range stuff. But I think he could. I think he could hold the line. I guess Dave just isn't interested in trying to play defense. Doesn't want to play defense on his tier 4, he wants to play offense.
Support gun deployed. Crew ready for orders. Contact! Infantry assaulting! Ready to execute.
Well, Cruz, that's kind of a circular... Like, you can only afford to put it in an aggressive location if you're ahead, but at the same time, if you're ahead, then you don't need to put it in a forward location. Like, that kind of just makes it sound like the only logical thing to do is to put it in your base. In all situations. Which may be the case, but that would be a shame. Where's the mine? Where's the mine? There it is. I knew I was missing one. Nice mine. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Beautiful. That's gonna die. Maybe. Maybe it'll be okay. There's a Maxim. There are flamethrower conscripts. Will he get the final shot? I don't know. He needs it. He wants it. Where is it? Where is it? There it is! Gets the T-34 and everything's gonna get away clean. What a beautiful pickup for Dave. Please retreat your Kettenwerfer. And your machine gun. What is he doing? What are you doing? There he goes. Okay, beautiful pickup for Dave and everything is going to get away clean. Nicely played. Textbook bait and takedown of a T-34 with a flak half track. That's how you do it. Man, Dave just totally floundered in Game 3, and now he came back so strong. Flank going in on that Maxim. Smoke going in on the right side. Fuel trying to scare off these PPSH conscripts. White's the cutoff. He's got a huge resource lead now. Huge resource lead. What's wrong with floundered? That's not even a fancy word. Tripped up, choked. It's like a fish. It's like a fish word.
Grenadiers back to full strength.
Enemy infantry!
Big push by Talisman for the Northeast VP, so off go those folks Grenadiers. The flak half track still holding strong in the south. Man, this muddy ground makes it hard to see mines. I didn't even know there was a mine right there. I thought he was going to have to run all the way back to this thing. Oh no! Why do AT guns keep dying up here? Both of these players are like, suddenly my AT gun is getting killed in a highly inopportune location. Some sort of weird AT gun death zone. Kettenwerfer's in red cover, but taking shots, scares off the T-34, gets half of his health down, and there's a Panther for Dave. 21-minute Panther. He's got 484 victory points in the bank. He is poised for a victory.
They are down only to 50 points.
And it looks like this series is going to Game 5. Unless Talisman can work some sort of miracle within the next few minutes. This will be a 5-game series with Dave having faction selection on Kolodny Ferma Summer. Black half track is in trouble. I think it might go down here, but if that T-34 sticks around too long, it could die. He doesn't take the final shot, and he will get away. Risky. Close call for both players right there, and if that Panther wants it, could probably go hunt that down. I don't see any Soviet mines, but I don't think Dave is going to dive. But I would be wrong. No, I would be correct. I would be correct. He will not dive. Dave has found so many opportunities against that AT gun. It's just getting ridiculous. How much manpower has Talisman bled just crewing and losing that gun? Hasn't done much either. I think it's shot a flag half track one time. Now it will be finally and utterly destroyed.
Infantry attacking in force!
They have 25 points remaining. Victory is at hand.
"25 points and the clock will start ticking once more. Dave's army looking very strong. Looks like this game's in the bag. Struggle to envision a scenario in which Dave somehow throws this game. Oh! Volks Grenadiers almost make a lucky escape, but down they go. T-34 with engine damage isn't going to get away this time. Panther going in hard. Another T-34 going to try and circle strafe, but it probably won't be enough. There it goes. One T-34 down. Black half-track forcing retreats, picking up infantry middle, where Kettenwerfer is available to protect Panther's flank. There is an airplane being called on the Kettenwerfer. Of course, the T-34 just received engine damage from the Panzerfaust. Volks Grenadiers in the middle, and Panther is barely even scratched. That is definitely the game. All of Talisman's armor destroyed, as he tries to squeeze a little bit of victory points off the board, but it really won't matter. There's just absolutely no way he can secure faction selection at this point.
Airborne assault is now available. Stukas and Fallschirmjäger are ready.
I do not know what I think about this ability.
HMG fire!
It's 180 munitions, so it should definitely have a strong impact. And it does. I don't like it wiping squads left and right. Might be nice if you could shoot it down a little earlier. Then it would just do nothing. It's a weird thing.
Enemy anti-tank! Take cover! Taking infantry fire!
Push the attack. They are down to 10 points.
There you have it. GG. Well played. Both players have been slugging it out for 4 games, and that means we will have to go to Kolodny Ferma Summer to play the deciding game where Dave will have faction selection. We'll jump right into that coming up.